Hello, everyone. I am Latrice the Enlightener, and I want to thank you all for tuning in and sharing this post before you log off or figure out that this live is not for you. But I want to tell you all who I am, what I do. I'm Latrice the Enlightener, and my goal is to inspire, motivate, and encourage you by using other people's testimony that are willing to share their life with you and let you know from their beginnings to their now. And just want to tell all of you that have already logged on to go ahead and share the post to your family and your friends. You never know how somebody else's testimony can bless you and how it can encourage you and how it can inspire you. So I want to go ahead and tell you, right now that to take these testimonies, the part that you can eat and that you can live off of, go ahead and take them and use them as receipts. So whatever you hear her say or you hear me say, show it to your daddy God and like, look, God, you did for her. I know you'll do the same thing for me. So with further ado, I want to introduce you all to Miss Annetta Cummings.
Hey!
So excited about her being here with me. And tonight she's going to be sharing her testimony with you all about life, just how she's been living, where she came from up until life right now. Everybody is saying, hey, Auntie Neek, hey, Auntie Neek. So, Miss Cummings, will you like to start off with, tell everybody who you are, what you do, and as of like right now, and then we'll go back to your beginnings.
Okay, thanks so much for having me. I'm very, very excited about this opportunity, and I agree. Hopefully something that you say will encourage, inspire me as well. And this is so good that you do this. Absolutely wonderful that you do this. Usually when somebody asks exactly what you are, what you do right now, I think, okay, what answer do you want? So I always think that first, I'm a wife. I have a loving, caring, supportive husband. So Matthew, who I didn't quite tell him I was doing this, today. So hopefully, if y'all hear somebody call Matt and let him know to chime in as well.
He probably doesn't have a Facebook just like Miss Cummings, but go ahead. Yeah,
he actually does. He does. So somebody make sure that Matt knows. And then of course, I'm a mother. I'm a wife, a mother. I love being a sister. I love being a friend. I'm an aunt. So I wear all those titles, and I really, really enjoy being those things. And above any and everything else, of course, I'm a child of God.
Oh.
And I like for my life and for people to see that without me saying it. So I hope that my daily walk and my daily talk show people that I am a child of God. But by profession, each and every day, I'm a middle school principal.
Yay.
And I absolutely love my job because I don't see it as a job. I know it can be a ministry, and so I try to use it. In my prayer every day is, Lord, let your light shine in me so that I can help, touch, bless someone else. So that's sort of what I do every day. I'm a member of Mount Pleasant Missionary Baptist Church. So hey, Pastor Lockett and to all Mount Pleasant Missionary Baptist Church family. I'm a friend, So you wear many hats.
You do.
Although you wear many hats, I'm still just one person.
Right. That's good. That's good.
You can't. Whoever Anita is, the principal, that's Anita. The wife too. I don't treat my students and my staff better than I treat my husband. I'm the same
person all the time.
You have to be.
She has one face. That's really good. One face. That's, to me, that sums up what you just said. Like you have, right. That's really good. And people always speak highly of you. Like they always do. I mean, I think you're awesome. I think you're great. And I think that you are the same person every time I see you. Like not changing faces because of and who we are around or what they're doing. I think that you are the same person every time I see you. Yeah, and so I want to tell everybody, I want to start from the place of humble beginnings. Okay. So tell everybody about childhood, growing up until now. Well, not up until now, just tell about childhood. That's a lot to tell all in one time.
When I think about my childhood and when I look at children and what they go through now, I am so glad I came up the way I did, when I did. I'm from a small town, Fountain Inn, South Carolina. That's in Greenville County. It's about 2 hours away. You can go from Thompson, you go through McCormick and Lawrence, and it's a small town there. I call it a farm. We live in the country. We had animals. But growing up, I had the opportunity to be outside and to be a child.
Right.
We rode bikes, rode the school bus to school, had a chance to play, had a chance to actually be a child. Did not have to worry about any other responsibilities.
Right.
When I was a child, I had the opportunity to be a child. My father, by profession, was a construction worker, but he was also a preacher, an AME preacher. My mom was a stay-at-home mom for part of the time, and then she worked for Dr. Monroe and Strickland, our local doctor's office in town. I'm one of 12 children. I'm number 11 of 12, and we're so blessed that 11 of us are still living.
That is awesome.
It's absolutely wonderful. My deceased brother died a few hours after childbirth. So it's 11 of us, and we're blessed. We're a close-knit family. 8 of the 11 still live in the home area. I have a sister in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and I have a sister in Jacksonville. Okay. And I'm here in Thompson.
Yay! We glad you came.
Yeah, I am too.
Glad you came.
I am too. But you know, growing up was fun. I don't remember, when I tell everybody I'm one of 12, I don't ever remember being hungry. We had food, we had a garden. I don't ever remember being, my school pictures, I mean, I'm dressed. You know, my hair might need a little touching up every now and then, but it was good. I don't remember, and I'm sure it was, but I don't remember the struggle that my parents had or had to go to. And when we talk about it with my siblings, it's because I'm number 11 of 12. So although they may remember the struggle, I didn't, and they have they nurtured, embraced me so that the last 3-4 could be protected, and they push us to be what they maybe didn't have the opportunity to be. And by the time the last few came, they were in a position to help us to go and to do, and to have the opportunity to further our education.
And that is amazing. That is amazing. Like, that is so not everybody's story. That is not everybody's story. And just like from the humble beginnings, I heard you say growing up on the farm, and like, you know, like now looking at that, like kids our age, well, kids younger than us, like that you're teaching, that you're the principal at, these kids look at that like, I don't want my man to be doing that. But like, you can still look back at that place and know that that was a blessed place. Yeah. That was a blessed place. And in comparison to the two children right now and to the child that you were, what would you tell them from the place that you were in to tell them now?
I think it has to start with some of the parents, because I don't think we allow our children to be children. And if children could actually, if we could take away some of the responsibilities, some of the duties, and just let them be children.
Right.
And enjoy that age, because once that age is gone, it's gone. You can't be a child when you're 21.
Right.
So you have to learn how to be a child when you're a child. And I know time and everything change, but I just hate that part change. I hate to see 7th graders who have so many responsibilities, who talk about homework, but who also talk about cooking meals for their families, not just for them. Who talk about, and I know they need to learn responsibility. So that's not what I'm saying.
What grade you say?
But you know, just and learn and knowing how to wash clothes and separate clothes. Again, we need to teach our children that, but that shouldn't be everything that they're doing right now. Yeah. They should be finding out who they are, what they like to do, and who they enjoy. I think that everybody needs that Christian foundation. Right. I definitely do. Of course, I tell you, my father was a preacher. He's deceased, and we went to church. We participated in church, and we went to Sunday school.
Wait, got a question. So you said y'all went to church. Was that mandatory, or was that, Anita, do you want to go to church today? Or how did that go?
You know what? I never, ever thought about it. We just knew we were going. It wasn't talked about. It wasn't discussed. It was almost like, as for me in my house, we going to church. You going? And you know, and later on, it came out, if you don't go to church, you know, you can't do anything else. And skating rink was really, really big back in the day. Yeah. So we had to go to church if we wanted to go to the skating rink on Sunday night.
Oh, I'm gonna be in church. I'm going to church today.
So you know, we would go to church, but we didn't think anything of it. We knew that Sunday morning meant church. That Wednesday meant that we were going to Bible study. That's the way it was.
I think that is like so important.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was thinking about that just this prom little thing that everything had happened, and I was thinking about like how we make it so big that the prom is really
Yes.
big and really exciting that particular day, but we don't make Sunday that important.
Mm-hmm.
So like those same kids that got dressed up and looked really pretty and got dolled up and all handsome and stuff that went to the prom, where were those children at on Sunday morning? Why wasn't it mandatory that they be in church on Sunday morning? Because, like, whether you stayed out late or you got it, no matter what time it was, who ruled in your house?
That's right.
You know, and like for you say that, you know, like it was automatic.
Yeah.
It was an automatic thing that we going to church. And it was like, why nobody making these children go to church?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so much about upbringing. And I noticed that you absolutely, and whenever you talk about it, you always just love it. It's almost like whenever you talk about it, man, you always go back to your childhood. And it's like, I can live your story because I'm listening to you talk about it. And even though it was some stuff that was set in stone that right now kids might not want to do, you still love your childhood. You still love it.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I see that when we talk about it. And I can just sit like, oh, I love it. And then you would never take nothing away from it. Nothing away from it. Nothing away. I admire that because everybody does not have that. No. Everybody doesn't have that at all.
Well, even riding bikes, you know how you could, some of our children don't even know how to ride a bike.
They don't even know how to play hopscotch.
By no means. Any of those fun games that we grew up on that we love, they don't engage in those activities. And that's pretty sad to me.
Yeah, it is.
That saddens my heart that they don't know how to do that.
Yeah, because they don't know how to play hopscotch.
No, don't know how to jump rope.
Don't know how to play kickball.
Oh, they don't know what they're missing when you don't know how to play kickball.
I know, right? You look dusty me self. But anyway, so tell me more about the story. So that's childhood, the transition from going to school and walk us through Ty coming.
Okay, and I know Ty's listening. I actually thought about Ty when we started talking about going to church, and even as a parent, sometimes when he didn't want to go, and Ty, I know you're listening, he had to understand that still, as for this house, you were going. And sometimes he would sit by me because he had fun Saturday night. Mm-hmm. He was in there, and every now and then I had to nudge him a little bit, because the truth be told, but I honestly believe that if you give them that foundation, mm-hmm. that's my duty and responsibility as a parent, to give him that foundation. And once he's 18 and out of the house, even if he stray away, that foundation is there. Right. His root's there and it's been established. But if we don't give them the root to establish, they don't know what to come back to. Right. So that's for you and everybody else out there. Go to church, get it in you, and make sure you go. And not just go, get involved, participate, be engaged. And Ty told me once that something similar about, you don't have to be in church, to read your Bible and to do all that. But I believe the word tells us that we're supposed to be among our Christian brothers and sisters. So you do need to find a church home that you can go to so you can be active and you can, your works will not save you, but because you're saved, you should want to do some works in the church. So you do need to find a church. And in school, I actually had, and most people don't know this because I talk so much now, I actually had a speech impediment, and I took speech when I was in school.
So what did you sound like?
I can do a few words, but and so that means I was in special education classes.
No way.
Well, I had a speech, and speech is considered sped.
Oh, okay.
So I was not pronouncing certain sounds, like birthday.
People still say that.
Well, it's not.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday, Sean.
Well. And it's not funny. I could not get the TH, especially if it was in the middle of words.
Like nowhere, time.
And people say this all the time too, with instead of with. Yeah. So it just depends on like where you want to go. And if I start talking fast, and if anybody's out there taking tally marks, they can probably know that I still sometimes struggle, especially with my THs.
I miss, sometimes when I talk fast, I miss the THs on purpose. It's not good, but when I talk fast, I do it a lot.
And you have to know when you can and when you can't.
Right.
But I can say this, I know people who are talk show hosts and radio personalities who miss the TH, and it has not stunt their professional careers.
That's right.
At all. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying back in the day,
there
was an issue with me. when I went off to college and had like speech 101, my professors actually told me that I didn't speak well enough to be an educator.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm serious. My parents had to pay some more money to send me to a professional speech therapist a few times in Greenwood.
Wow.
So and then I had to practice with my tongue wasn't going right. So even with that, when you have something you want to do or something you want to become, don't let anything stand in your way. That just made me want it more.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I can, and can't nobody else tell me that I can't be. And not once did I think, oh, you can't be a teacher, because I didn't want to be anything else.
Right. And then I heard you say something else too, that your parents made investments.
Yes.
That they were willing to invest, and I think a lot of times as parents, we are not willing to make the investment.
Mm-hmm.
And it might mean some type of sacrifice in your life, or because I mean, like, nobody's just sitting around with stacks on deck. Oh, let's go send her. She'll be okay. No, we don't always do that stuff, but like willing to make the investment because they believed in you. Mm-hmm. That is awesome.
So shout outs to my parents and my siblings.
Right.
You know, who just believed and who said, yeah, you can. And you know, it was almost like it really wasn't an option. Mm-hmm. You're gonna do this. You're gonna go to school. You're gonna get your degree. And with that said, I don't believe you necessarily have to have a degree. But if you want one, let nothing stand in your way of you getting a degree. Whatever your dream is, you don't let anybody or anyone stand in the way of you reaching your goal. Now, it comes with work, and it comes with hard work. You have to be willing to put forth the effort, the time, the energy.
Sacrificing.
It's just, if it doesn't come overnight, you don't give up. You just keep doing it. I had wonderful teachers. Really through middle school, I remember my middle school teachers more than I do my elementary and my high school teachers. I remember the strong words of encouragement that Miss Maddox, Miss Thompson, that they gave me, and I'm going like, okay, I can do this. I can become something else. I think when I grew up in Fountain Inn, in that area, every now and then, and I see it with our children here, you can't, some of them don't know what to dream. Mm-hmm. They have not seen
outside
anything.
Of the box.
They don't know what to dream. They don't know how to dream. And what they know and what they see, that's as far as they can dream. So we have to expose them to any and everything that you want to do and you want to become. And I think we have to do that. Not we as educators, but we as parents, the church. It takes all of us to expose them to something greater and something higher. And don't stop them if they want to become something that no one else in our family is doing, or no one else in this community has done and been successful. Why can't they be the first one? Right.
That is so true. I told God, I was like, look, God, I'm willing to be the first millionaire in my family. I'll be the first one. Somebody got to be the first millionaire. I might as well pay the way. Somebody has to be the first one. And like, we got to make investments in their dreams and whatever. We got to get behind them and let them know, like, look, whatever you want to do, I'm with you. It might not make sense for me because your dream is not my dream, and he didn't give it to me.
That's right.
Yeah, and I just think, like, what if Martin Luther King had not followed his dream? Right. Like, like, you never know who you are raising. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we never know that stuff. So who are we to deprive them of wanting more or be exposing them to more? I don't feel like we have the right to do it.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, we don't. I think it's awesome. And I just keep on reflecting on the fact that you said a teacher said that you wouldn't be able to be a teacher because of the way you spoke.
Yes, in college.
Like that alone is like big. To me, that says to every educator, to any type of authority figure, don't speak what somebody cannot do. You don't have the capability to bring that stuff to pass or to not let it come to pass. You don't have that kind of power.
I think what surprised me, I had great grades, but you can make great grades and not talk. So I really truly wasn't talking, and I came up with this theory on my own.
It's her theory.
Okay, her theory. This is my theory on my own. I told you I'm number 11 of 12.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier, when I was a child, I had some issues and I had to learn how to walk all over again. I had spinal meningitis.
So how old was it?
I'm not for sure. I want to say around 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember them telling me the story where they couldn't break my fever, so they had to like pack me in ice and do all of that. So I had to learn how to walk all over again. So being that you had to learn how to walk all over again, and I had all these older siblings, guess what they did? They didn't let me walk. They carried me everywhere. Okay? And being that I had older siblings, they didn't let me talk. They did all the talking for me because I was a younger child.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get my words in, so I didn't get enough practice in. Again, that's my theory. I'm making up for it now.
Oh, okay.
That's my theory. So I think that had something to do with me having a speech impediment.
Because they talk for you.
Because they did so much talking for me. But the good thing about that is my speech impediment got me some money to go to school.
Wow. Like, so, use it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like a cultural dialect defect or something like that. So it was used on the application. Something was there, and they sort of like put me in the low social economic group part, and we got a little bit of money for it. So maybe that's how God.
So listen. I don't know how long ago that was, but maybe I do know. But did you hear what Miss Cummings just said? So if you walk around here with a child that's stuttering,
yes,
be very sure.
That's right.
That your information holds. Be very sure.
It's some money. I guarantee you, it's some money out there for it. Guarantee you, it's some money out there for almost anything. Anything. You just got to be willing to do it, to write the papers, to prove it, and to use it for your favor.
Okay, so to parents, when you said that, this is what this made me think about. A lot of parents will not, I'm not saying for you to speak something into your child's life or to say, but I mean, like, if records show that this is what it is, and this is the situation that you're in, a lot of times parents will disregard the situation or try to overlook it and act like the thing is not there, and it becomes a bigger problem for the child later on in life.
Yes.
Your mom and dad could have easily, she gonna do better. She gonna learn how to talk, and not even recognize that you had a problem, and not even sought out get help to do it. But even with that problem, it ended up being a blessing.
It was a blessing.
A lot of times we won't even acknowledge that is a problem.
And I don't think that nobody in my family really saw it as a problem, because all of us were saying it. All of us were doing it. It didn't become a problem until I got to school and couldn't speak clear enough to pass my speaking class. Like, when you go to college and you have to take, not writing speech, but you take speaking. I couldn't. It was fine through all of school because my grades were excellent. Right. But it just wasn't good enough when I went to college, and I was confused. I was really confused.
So this was when you got into college.
When I got into, I was taking speech in elementary school. Like, I had an orange folder. Anytime I do like a speech, I usually put my speech in orange folders because I like to tell the story. That very well could have stopped me or hindered me because I was speech. And if you take speech, you're labeled as special needs. And since I was special needs, I tell everybody, you don't let anything stop you. Now, I don't recall taking speech in high school, but evidently the problem wasn't corrected. Right. Because when I went off to college, it came back up that you're not making and pronouncing all of your sounds. Wow. And so then college, it wasn't free then when I was in college. You can get speech free when you're in school. Okay, yeah. I had to go off campus and get
extra help.
Get help.
So, but in college is where the funding came from.
Yes, because I could mark it on my paper that I had speech. I don't know. Like it's a disability.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if people get that. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, to recognize that this is a problem. And even, maybe not a problem, but this is a situation that according to lineup of what should be and should not be, a situation that probably should not be. Right. Your speech impediment. So because it is that, and because your parents recognized it as that, and because you were getting help to help the situation out, it caused you in the long run to get some more help that blessed you financially.
Nobody but God.
Nobody but God.
And believe it or not, I didn't see it all in the midst of it until you look back. Because sometimes I think, how could we do it all? We didn't. It was nobody but God making a way, coming from a family of 12. You know, my other older siblings, they were blessed. All of them are doing well, and those who wanted to go off to school, they had a chance and the opportunity to go off to school, you know, as well. So that's a blessing.
That is a blessing, man. I'm excited about that. Like, people, get what you can get while you can get it, while they're giving it.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, you better go ahead and get it now. I'm telling you right now. But so from that place to after college.
Okay.
Oh, no. I want to go back to the place to where you learn how to walk again.
Okay. I guess that came like with time because they tell the story of me having spinal meningitis, and it had something to do with my legs, and I had to learn how to walk again. They didn't send me off and have to do all of that. I just had to learn how to crawl and start walking again.
At 3 years old, you crawled?
Yes.
Look at you with your little blessed self.
I know.
I mean, I'm just inspired. I'm inspired just by that. Man, I'm just inspired from the place of where you came from and what you went through and what they said you could not do. And then look at you now.
That's God.
Ain't it? Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm excited. Like I done almost cried like 3 times already. Like already I almost cried. Like the testimony is wonderful. So while y'all already logging on, if you're in, y'all go ahead and share this with your family, with your friends. I have already taken receipts of a part of this testimony, and I'm holding them for my own self. So when the time comes and I gotta pull these receipts, I'm like, look, Daddy, you did it for me coming. I ain't no different. Like that's what I'm excited about, that part of your testimony. And so now, out of college or still in college? After the speech impediment, you done came out, you got right.
I learned how to say my sounds, but every now and then I speak too fast and I don't say my sounds. So it can still come back up. Right,
but you can fix it.
Yeah, I know what to do.
Right. So going to college. So was your college 4 years or was it?
I did my undergraduate in Lander College in Greenwood and got my early childhood degree, which was K through 8 at the time. So after I did that, McDuffie County came recruiting. Greenwood is 60 miles away. Greenwood is actually halfway home for me. So once I get to Greenwood, I can come back this way and be in Thompson in about an hour. I can keep going and be in Fountain Inn in about an hour.
Okay.
So it's my midway point. So I did that, came here because they recruited, and started my first year at Norris.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, I would stay 3 years. 3 was the magic number, get some experience. And 30 years later, I'm still here.
Yay! And we love you here. We love you over here.
It has been a fast 30 years, but so rewarding and so enriching. And my professional career has been a thrill. I can't think of anything else in the world that I want to do.
So now that we're talking about your professional career, I remember people saying, Miss Cummings leaving. She leaving. What we gonna do? She leaving. How was that, and how did that make you feel, and were you ready for? Did you want to make the transition, or how did that go?
From Tulsa Elementary to the high school.
Yeah.
You know, change. My first move came after 19 years in the classroom, and the best advice I had was from one of my APs who told me that, who saw leadership ability in me. I love the classroom. I wasn't thinking about leaving the classroom. And he said, it doesn't matter, get your ducks in a row. So when the opportunity comes, you'll have all your ducks in a row. Okay, and then I had a friend who actually came by, and I wasn't thinking about going to school. That's why I know it's nobody but God. And she told me, she said, okay, we're going as a group or a cohort to get our advanced degree. Okay, I gave them that information, and it was like they just did it all. It was just, because I wasn't just going to take the initiative to do it. Being a classroom teacher, I thought was really, really good enough. And it is good enough because I hadn't reached my training. That's what I wanted to do. But evidently God had more for me to do.
Right.
So I left after 19 years to take my first leadership position in Washington County. So I was only there a year, and then I came back and did Thompson Elementary. Love the elementary children. That was my first experience with elementary. My dream job, I thought, was fourth grade. I wanted to do fourth grade. Never got a chance to teach fourth grade. So I did that. The relationships, when I got ready to leave, although Thompson Elementary is there, you only have to drive 5 miles to get to Thompson McDuffie Middle School, but we knew we wouldn't see each other every day. But the relationships were there, and they're still there. So just leaving my friends, leaving the little ones, but it was time. You know, you don't want to, but you have to make the move, and it was time. And the beauty of that is the children who were in 2nd and 3rd grade, they're at the middle school now, and I already have that relationship.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
I don't
good.
have to start over from the beginning. We can pick back up, and I feel as if I can do more for them because the relationship, the family relationship, the relationship with the students, it's already there, and so I don't have to spend 6 months or 8 months getting to know them. I already know.
Right.
And I'm already familiar with you.
That's good.
It's good to be loved, to know that people love you enough to want you to stay. Because some people want you to leave.
Right. But you gotta love yourself enough to know that, like, I have to go for growth.
Yes.
And to make just to see more, do more, and because you know that there's more for you to do.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember when we had that talk, and you just shared with me, like, out of all of it, you know that, like, you know within your own self that you just gotta take another leap. Might not be what you really want to do, but like if he's put it in you to go further, then who does it benefit if you stay? Because a lot of times we can overstay in one place and make something bad.
I agree.
We can really do that, but we don't really. A lot of times we won't recognize that we can overstay, and he trying to push us out, and then the situation can easily turn into something. I just got that. Like, that's for somebody on here. Let me just go ahead and tell y'all that. So I just want to go ahead and encourage somebody. I don't know if you're being pushed out of a spot and you're trying to stay. A lot of times you can overstay where God is trying to push you out of a place, and you still trying to hold on to this because it's good over here on this side, and he is making stuff very uncomfortable for you, and you're still trying to hold on to a spot. So when he's trying to push you out, man, just go ahead and jump out. He'll let it go, and he'll make the way easy for you. But if you try to stay in a position where he don't want you to stay in and he wants you to go grow, you can easily mess stuff up. I just want to get that to you, whoever you are, you know who you are that need it. There you go. That's for free.
And my advice along piggyback on that is, they're like, I'm scared to go. Go scared.
Right.
You say you have to go. I mean, go scared. Just go.
Right. And
it's all right to be scared.
If he's telling you to go.
Yeah. It's
if
okay
he's saying go. Yeah.
Go.
Do it in your fear.
Go.
Yeah.
I mean, you go, and believe me, if God is speaking to you to go, once you get there, he's already prepared it. You'll be just fine.
Yeah.
You will be just fine.
Did y'all feel it? Touch y'all. Did y'all feel it? I'm so excited.
We don't go. We miss so many blessings.
Oh, they talking about, man, read the comments, TT, because we know she's not going to go back and read them.
Oh, we will.
There's too many comments to go back and read.
We will read.
Yeah, I'm going to let her go back and read them because you know she ain't got no Facebook.
We will read.
Oh, God. So yeah, from that right there. So what's the next phase of life for you?
When I was I do believe God put you in places where you need to go. I really enjoyed my year at Washington Mills. Really. I know it's only 30 minutes down the road, but I got friendships, relationships that I would never ever have, and I'm still close to those individuals. When I was at Thompson Elementary, I think that God placed me there to be with little children, because that's when I was diagnosed with cancer. And had I been in the classroom, or had I still been in Washington Mills, Thompson, although I was raised in South Carolina, I've been in Thompson longer than I've been anywhere. So I needed to be back here with my Thompson people, Thompson family, when I got that diagnosis. and that was when I was at Thompson Elementary, and Thompson Community took extremely good care of me, the school and the community, and going through that, it was stage 3 colon cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Going through that with the support of this community was nothing. I had never experienced that much support. Like through sickness,
Yeah.
I was never by myself. I was never alone through the whole ordeal. You know how people get tired sometimes? Like if you stay sick more than a couple of days or a couple
they're
of
like, okay, now we're gonna catch you later.
Yeah, that never happened. It just kept
The
went
love kept
on
coming.
and on and on and on until we got through it. And I say we because my husband was there from the very, very beginning. Thompson Elementary was there. Mount Pleasant was there, and just people in the community because you treat folks right.
Right.
They come back around.
Right.
And being that I'm in the school, you have all these students who don't mistreat them because they came through for me as well.
That's good.
Getting through that, surviving that, being a survivor. So for anybody who's sick, for anybody who's going through, for anybody who's been told, when you hear the word cancer, if you're like me, the first thing you thought about, oh, I'm dying. Well, only thing I got to say about that, all of us are dying. We're closer today to death than we were yesterday. So all of us are dying, and we know that we have to reach that one single day. But until that time, you live.
Right.
And because you've been diagnosed with whatever it is, you don't give up.
Right.
You don't give up. Stage 3 was pretty bad. It's only 4 stages.
And you were at stage 3.
It was stage 3.
And look at you.
It was stage 3, and on top of that, this is what I tell everybody.
Good.
That was October that I got diagnosed. I take physicals in August, and it didn't show up. And I was feeling fine. Had no idea. Had no clue. So please know your body. Go to the doctor. Take medicine. Don't think like I thought that you can get addicted to medicine, and the medicine I was taking is nothing even to get addicted to.
Fool yourself up.
Don't think that. Just take care of yourself, and then share your story. Support somebody else when they're going through. So we did stage 3, and Ty was a champ going through. He was there, and my husband went to every single thing with me.
So support meant a lot, right?
Everything. Absolutely everything.
It almost seems like not having support could cause you to stress out, and stress could cause you to do something, your body to do something else.
I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure.
But that's awesome that you had the support of the community, your family.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you told Ty that, what was his response? Like, did he think, oh, I'm about to lose my mama, or?
No. I think we were coming back from Bible study on a Wednesday night. And I think he probably had overheard me tell Reverend Patricia Lazenby, because that night at Bible study, I told her we needed prayer. He knew I was a little upset. And going home, I think I shared with him, Ty, you know how we always support everybody else when they're going through. We'll talk later. And when we got home, I told him, and I think that the very next day, what he shared with me, he got some of his friends at school, and they started praying.
Wow.
They started praying. As a matter of fact, if I can back up, when I was told that I had cancer, Matthew was in the waiting room with me, but because the doctors got the next 2 people in line, and they skipped over me, I told him, I said, I'll be all right, you go on to work. So I got the news by myself, and I had to call him to come back. But when he came back, of course, and we told him, the first thing that he did was start praying. He started praying, and then it was Dr. Joe Wills.
Okay.
Dr.
Look, like I don't know.
Dr. Joe Wills and his secretary Elaine were the one who had to tell me. And in that office room, we started praying. You know, we just, what else can you do?
What else can you do, right?
What else can you do? So from there, And it was such a fast process. It was like, when can y'all do surgery? And Matt was like, can she go now? You know, whatever it takes, as soon as it can, we're going to do it right now. So everything happened really, really fast. It did. It happened really, really, really fast. And did chemo. So, did all of that.
So did you lose your hair, all of it?
No. With colon cancer, I did not lose my hair. What I did was, after I got through the treatment, my hair was fragile. Mm-hmm. And I kept smelling medicine. So I thought it was like in my skin, in my hair, everything else. So I cut it off.
So you did it?
I had it cut off, yeah.
Oh.
Because it was fragile.
Yeah.
And when I say fragile, I mean I could do like this and not like, it was just weak because nothing had been really done to it, and it had not been, because during the chemo and stuff, I didn't do anything.
Right.
I didn't put anything in it. So it was, and it just smelled like chemo medicine.
Oh, so was it in your nose or just that you?
I don't know where it was.
You just took care of the issue. You took care of the issue.
Yeah, so that's what it was. But I did that during the middle school, during my Thompson elementary years.
So was that shaved all off, or like just a little bit off, or like
about a little bit lower than what you're wearing right now.
So were you okay with that? And I
yes.
asked, were you okay with
yes.
that? Because like I've heard a lot of people be yes. attached to their hair, and that puts on like a totally different level of stress. Just I'm gonna lose my hair, as if I don't know. I can't make light of that situation because I've never been in that spot. But I've just learned from my own stuff. Because I done shaved my hair off probably like 5 times. Like lately, just this whole natural scene. Just I'm gonna shave it off and wear weave. And it's like the more I see my daddy, the more I know that this doesn't make me.
Right.
That it doesn't make me. But I guess under different circumstances, it would be different, or I would feel a different way about my hair.
When you get to a certain point, at some point in some stage, hair is important. Middle school, definitely. High school,
you said middle school.
Definitely. But once you know that hair comes and goes by your profession.
Yeah.
I can have long hair this trip and short hair next trip.
Right. Right.
So that part you get over. All you want to do is just feel good.
Right.
And once you start feeling good overtakes looking good.
Right.
At some point in your life. And now it's about being healthy and feeling good.
And feeling good, like I just try to encourage people from a place of that your hair has never made you beautiful.
That's right.
And if your hair is what's making you beautiful, you might want to go back to the drawing board and do this thing all over again. Because like just knowing you personally, like this stuff is from the inside out. Mm-hmm. Like your hair could never reflect how beautiful you are on the inside. It could never reflect that.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and that's to anybody. Like our hair can never reflect who we are as people, what's on the inside of our heart. And if your hair reflects that, you only cute sometimes.
That's it.
Like you are only beautiful as long as your hair is done. And what does that equate to? So I would say to anybody that's listening, know who you are from the inside out. Mm-hmm. That means a lot. I think even with your situation, do you feel like that was better for you? Because like knowing who you were from the inside out and being strong from childhood from going to church from a kid, just knowing you had to go up until this part of your life, I feel like that even made you strong, having that foundation. Because like God is the hope.
Yes.
Like I mean, you could have kept your hair all you wanted to, but at the end of the day, God is the hope. That's it. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm excited. I just get excited when I talk about this stuff. Like just hearing your testimony, man, it's absolutely awesome. So,
well, let me say this, and this is
okay.
like has nothing to do with anything else. But for my family who's listening, I don't think they know that you're the one she's the one who be doing my gorgeous braids. I just want y'all.
Hey,
okay, I just want y'all to know that because they just love them. So I just want to tell you that.
Oh, well, thank you so much, y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
But you know, that was a somewhat maybe like scary time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I wanted to be here for time.
Right. So like as a process, like when you thought about it, did death ever come to you and say you're gonna die, Anita?
No, not death itself, but it surely crossed my mind
that I was
gonna go. Yeah, that I was gonna die.
So what did you fight there with? Like, what was the fight, or did it ever did you ever get in a slump?
I had too many pity parties, and I would not allow it to be more than 2 minutes.
No longer than 2 minutes?
No more than 2 minutes. If you stay in a pity party longer than 2 minutes, you might get stuck there. And I wasn't about to get stuck. Now, I had multiple 2-minute pity parties, but no, it's too much stuff to do. And I'm in control of that.
Right.
You know, I'm in control of that. Either you can go, get up and do something about it, but being in a pity party is not going to help the situation.
Right.
I have time to just sit around and be crying. I have stuff to do.
Right. That is awesome. And if you sit down and you think about it for too long, you'll be like, woe is me.
Yes.
Why me, Lord? Like you just go into that place.
You don't need to go there.
Right.
Why not you? Why not you? And I actually say this too. I think that God prepares us for whatever He's going to bring to us, because I do believe that He only gives stuff like that to children who can carry it, because it has to be a testimony. And in everything that we do, we can't make Him look bad. So if I was going to be sad and have a pity party all the time and walk around looking like I'm sick, okay, so I didn't walk around looking like I was sick. Okay, I still got up, went to work as much as I could when I felt like it on good days. I didn't walk around here looking like I was sick. That would make God look bad. How can we speak that God is in control and that He can heal and do all that when we are having a pity party all the time? Either He can or He can't.
Right.
And I know that He can.
Right. And He did.
And He will. For you too.
Right.
That's the kind of God I serve.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what He does.
Yeah.
That's what he does. Whether it's stage 3 or stage 4, He can do it.
Right.
He can do it, and He will do it.
Yeah. You know, I heard you say a statement that I've learned to look at totally different. And what I have learned is that He does not give us this stuff. He does not give it to us. And that, you know, like, and if we say He gave it to us, that makes His name be contradicting to who He is. Mm-hmm. Like, if He is a healer, He would, you know, like, that's not Him. Mm-hmm. If He is a healer, He wouldn't give us sickness. Like, because that contradicts His name. And so I just want to share with you just that, because I've learned that lately, like, it's contradicting for Him to call Himself a healer and for Him to give us sickness. Mm-hmm. It's totally not who He is.
And my thought with that is, if He's a healer, what is He gonna heal if He don't give us something? How can I call Him a healer if I don't have something in my body for Him to heal me of or to heal me from?
Well,
you know, so I mean, I have to have something. So I'm a witness that He's a healer.
Right, you are.
I'm a witness that He's. I know that He can heal, and if He did not give it to me, it didn't take me out. As a matter of fact, me going through cancer glorified Him because of the way He allowed me to carry it. And I think that part alone, mm-hmm. because when you go in a chemo room, and I don't know who's been in a chemo room, but usually when you go in the chemo room, I would say, when I was going through, most people came and they looked this good. Okay, they didn't come in there looking like they were sick. Okay, because a couple of days after, you're gonna be tired. You're gonna be in them days you need to look sick. On the day of chemo day, you don't need to look like you
look like you sick.
No,
you don't look like you well and ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be those couple of days after where you're tired.
Right.
So.
Just in that place, that's
yeah. You know, just that was, I never thought by no means, and I keep saying if it happens to me, I know it can happen to anybody.
Right.
In I never thought I would have cancer. And I definitely don't think I was being punished with anything that I've done.
Right.
It was
right.
almost like the story of Job, where God said, you know, you can touch him. God allowed for it to happen, and I did not turn my back on God. I did not lose my faith, my hope, any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I kept walking in it, and here we are.
Into what you said, it does not make you inhuman as a Christian to have 2 minutes of a low place, and to know that, okay, so like, look, I had my little 2 minutes. Get up, get your butt up, get your butt up. Like, so it does not make you inhuman or less of a Christian because you had those thoughts or those feelings or you felt the way that you felt. As long as you know what makes you get back up, because a lot of people get those feelings. They like, oh God, so I must not be who I say I am, or I must not be as close to God as I think I am because I feel this way, because I feel like, oh, I'm in a valley and I'm stuck in here. What do you know to do? Get back up.
You get back up.
Right.
You get back up. And I know God is just who He say He is. He's God in the good. He's God in the bad. And usually I used to think that was like cliche, but He's God on the mountain, just like He's God in the bad.
Right.
He's just God, and He's God when you are well. He's same God when you're sick.
Right. And
when you have to eat those words yourself, it takes on another new meaning, because I'm going, He's the same God when I'm well and when I'm sick. I know He's going to I was going to be sick and really need Him to
do something,
But when it happens and He does it, you're like, all right, God. You good
for real. I don't really need that to show me, but you good.
That's exactly right.
Right. Yeah, so that is awesome though. Like, I just think that is like, now you can say that from another place. Like, I can never say that from your place. I can only imagine, but coming out of your mouth, from what you've been through and what you've seen, how you've seen Him heal your body, and I would even go as far as to say, even though I've seen you healed, I wasn't inside of your healing. I wasn't you being healed. So even when you say that He is a healer, it comes from a totally different place than when I say it, because I have never been in your spot. And so and I like to be conscious of the fact that, like, not to discredit what somebody has been through or what they see Him as, because like I can't say what you felt like or what you did. So like for me, it's like, be cautious about your verbiage, because you don't know what somebody has been through if you have never been exposed to or diagnosed with their situation. Like we can't do that. Right. So and even in this interview, I was asking you, I was like, so what can we talk about? What words can I say? What words can I not say? Just wanting to be sure that I don't offend you or like make, just to like, she said that to me and I don't even know, like, how you get to say that?
Well, and on top of that, I think that part of what we miss in relationships is that we have to be honest and we have to be open with each other.
Right.
I try not to have any, because I know you're not going to ask me anything that's too deep or too personal, right, or that all y'all don't even know about. Okay, so I know that. So I know that's not going to happen. But I think sometimes we hold stuff in or hold stuff back, and sometimes what people see is Miss Cummings, the principal, and Miss Cummings, the principal, had to walk. I think one of the hardest part of my life was being a single parent, and I don't even know if everybody knew I was a single parent. Just having been a single parent to Ty, by far, to all of our single parents out there, hang on, hold on. You can do it. You can make it. Get that support group. But just being a single parent and trying to make sure that your child does not lack, not necessarily the physical stuff, but all the social stuff too that you can only get from a man. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm the mama and I can be both the man and the wife. You can do the best you can. But there are certain things that we don't know and can't feel because I'm not a man.
That's right.
That he needs. So there have been some times in my life that was not so pretty that we had to come through and overcome.
And you're human and you're regular, and yeah. And it just seems like, a lot of times when people see you in the position that you're in, it's like an authoritative figure, or just like they don't see that part. That you have a regular life, that you're human, and that the same stuff that bothers them bother you,
Yes.
and that, the same heart, but you can't let that stuff become you.
Exactly.
Like, right, you can't let the situation that you come through or that you're in dictate how good it's going to be later or how good it's not going to be later. Like, I feel like hope has taken you to the next level. Like, you know what? It look like this now, but this ain't what it's going to stay like. Yeah, I just feel like, and even though I say that to you as if I'm you, but I just keep on reflecting from the places that you came from. Like a lot of stuff that tried to take you out, but you still here, and you better, and you greater, and your life has impacted so many people. Like, it's just really hard touching, man. Like, just to see who you are and what you just learn how to walk again, not being able to talk right. I mean, having cancer, like, you have been boxing, and you still keep on coming out on top.
Yeah, and again, I say it's nobody but God.
Right.
Everybody has something else for me to do, something more for me to do, and I just keep walking in it. You just keep walking in it. And when you're going through whatever you're going through, you might not see or might not know how you're going to come out. And my advice is just remember you're just going through. And part of going through, you just have to keep going. Don't stay there. Have your 2 minutes, but you get back up and you keep going until you come out on the other side. And all those saying about what you're going through has to be is can't compare to what you're going to. So just remember that whatever he's sending you to, all you have to do is just keep moving and until you get to that point.
And ain't nobody saying you gotta be jogging like you running track, like I gotta be the first one. No, it's your own race.
Yes.
So keep your momentum up. Yes. Nobody ain't saying you to tell you to sprint through your little stuff, because it might be too hard for you to sprint through.
That's true.
If you can just keep your momentum, keep moving. Just keep moving. And I say moving as in keep your faith, keep building your faith. Right. Be in a community of people that can encourage and motivate you.
That's important.
That is a lot.
That's important.
Yeah, that is very important. So from there to where are we now in your life? You've been out of college. You learn how to talk. You have been you have been healed and you have been delivered. And so what's the place? You transitioned. So the next place just recently happened in your life. Your mom.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I lost my mom on March 26th, and she was 91.
And she looked the bomb. That lady was so looking good.
She and the blessing in that is, besides my mama being ready to go, doctors had told us that the time was coming near, but still in our hearts we want to believe, okay, you're the earthly doctor. We believe in a heavenly Father,
right,
who's the ultimate doctor. So you really can't tell us,
right? Because
you don't know. If you can't tell me the exact day, time, then you don't know.
You don't know, right?
So they didn't know. So we wanted to still hold on to that. And sure enough, she actually, until that last breath, she lived. She lived her life, and she died mainly of advanced age. So when you look at that, you died from advanced age. What a blessing! What more can you ask for? She had something, thyroid, and a little bit of irregularity in her heartbeat. But when you die of advanced, age, and you're ready to go, she had a blessed life. We had 6 generations.
Yeah, you telling me? I thought that was like absolutely awesome.
Six generations, and everybody who wanted to see her while she was still living, we spreaded the word, and they came to talk to her while she was still here on this side.
Yeah.
So, of course, we miss her every day. We still talk about it every day. It's still fresh. I was telling you, I don't know when I talk about it what kind of shape I will be in. Right. I know my AP at school, he wanted to know what triggered the tears. I don't know what triggered the tears. How
do you answer that?
Not all the tears are sad tears.
Right.
Either. we talk about it sometimes and we can laugh about it because you can remember what she said or what she did, but it's still fresh. And for everybody who's coping with grief, that's exactly what you do. You cope with it, you talk about it. But like anything else, you can't stay there in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stay there, in it. And sometimes I do stay there longer than 2 minutes, and I think because it's still fresh,
Mm-hmm.
and because I want to make sure that I hold on to as much as possible. So I think that's why I allow myself to stay there.
Right.
And again, it's not a pity party. Sometimes it's a sad time, but more so than not, it's just, I know I miss you, I can't call you, I can't really talk to you in the way that we used to,
Mm-hmm.
talk. But what else can you get out of 91? We wanted 92. You want 90. You want 93. But when you get to a point where it's advanced age and nothing else can do, we can't fight with God.
Right. Right. And it was, I remember when we talked about it, and you told me about how like the blessing of how she's been here, she's raised all of y'all, she's taught you everything, and just the joy of being around her like all the time, and how I'm going home to be with my mama, and like those are like times. And when I saw that picture of your mama, you remember, I was so amazed at the fact of how tight her skin was. You said she was how old?
91.
Y'all, 91 years old. I saw this lady, and I almost felt kind of jealous a little bit. Y'all, her skin was like tight, like this joint was like this. And I was like, oh my God, she looked good. Now, and I hope nobody don't get offended. Now, this is a prime example of black don't crack. I'm telling you, if I could show y'all her obituary right now, and if y'all saw her mama's skin, y'all would be like, let me get myself together, let me get my stuff tight. I was just absolutely amazed how beautiful she is at 91, and you said she was still vibrant.
Yes.
Still full of life.
Yes.
And she lived up until she died.
Yeah, she did.
That is awesome and impactful.
Yeah.
That is absolutely awesome.
She had, she had early signs of dementia, and we had all of that, and we were dealing with that. But not every time, because she would still have a decent conversation with you, and she liked to laugh, and she liked to joke, and she could still identify you. We're blessed that we didn't have to watch her go downhill over a long period of time.
Right.
And we didn't, because she was up, active, doing everything. For those of you who know her, she was just being herself, and she liked to tell jokes, and she would like to make you laugh. So we're just blessed. Her goal, her dream, her prayer was to make sure that her babies were grown. She really didn't want us being raised by a wicked stepmama. So
yeah, you did tell me that.
We didn't have to be raised by a stepmama, and so we thank God, and we celebrated her life.
That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said 6 generations. That is a very long time to be around, man. That is a blessing, like all by yourself. And she did a good job with you.
Well,
look at you.
I tell Annie and I tell everybody this: I'm nothing compared to my siblings. I'm absolutely nothing compared to my siblings.
That is absolutely great.
And if I could have a little piece of each of them in me, because you want to be like your older brothers and sisters, but if I could just have a little piece of them in me, then I'm grateful. That's how wonderful my siblings are. They are. They're absolutely.
Yeah, and I know, like, whenever we talk about them, and like I'm doing it here, we talking about them, whatever. Like, whenever you go home, whenever you talk about homes, I always go home with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always there with all your siblings, and even when you talk about your mama's town, when everybody from everywhere came, like, I went home with you. Like, just that alone, that joy, even in the hearing in your voice, that does something for somebody else. Like to hear those stories and in a something that I never had. Like the big family, and well, I have a big family, but the go home and got 100,000 siblings and everybody always go back home to the same place and it's love and it's joy and we good.
Yeah.
Like I went home with you the other 2 weeks ago. I went home with the family. I was there.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely joyous, man, that you have that to hold on to.
And I will forever have that. And I think it's important to say here that if you have conflicts with your siblings, with any family members, get it right. Get it right now. Get it right today. Don't hold on to stuff that don't even matter. Just fix it. Just fix it, because I would hate for something to happen and not have the opportunity to get it even right with you as my friend. Nevertheless,
Right.
you as so many times we just hold on to stuff, and then when somebody leaves, it's too late, and you have to live with that. What is if Jesus can forgive us,
Mm-hmm.
and He did, what in the world have I done to you, or you have done to me, that
me,
I can't forgive
Mhm.
you if he I got it right here.
Okay.
If he forgave us, how dare you? How dare you not forgive somebody else and make it right? And you hear stories of people not speaking to each other, especially their siblings, for 20 and for 30 years. Come on, I get sick when I don't talk to mine within the week or within the month. You got to make sure that you communicate and that you talk to them. Fix it. I think sometimes we think that we're going to live to be 91, or that nothing is going to happen to us because we feel good. You can feel good. I just said I felt good when I went to the doctor,
Right.
and they told me I had cancer. You can be doing everything. That big truck just went down the road. It could hit me going home.
Right.
You make it right, and then after you make it right, you keep it right. And I mean, it's time to work on some relationships. And when you have healthy, positive relationships in your marriage, with your children, with your friends, with your family, with your siblings, with your parents, you feel better and you can do more stuff.
Right.
You know, you can do. Just
Feel
stop holding
free.
on to. Yeah, stop holding on to
Yeah.
all that stuff that don't even matter. You can't even remember what it was that you're mad about, or that you're angry about. Get over it. Now, get over it. The relationship can't take back up where it was, but at least
You reached out.
yeah, you know, and you can move on.
Yeah.
You know, you can move on with too much damage, especially I think with us.
Mm-hmm.
And our race, we just don't know how to forgive and let go.
Let go and keep
and
moving.
move on.
Yeah.
You have got to do that. And especially those of us who be in church every time the church door open.
Because look, hold up, wait a minute, I'm trying to get my heart right.
You know, surely we're learning something.
I'm trying to get my heart right, y'all.
Singing get right with God. I want to be like Jesus in my heart.
Miss Cummings just buzzed me dead in the throat. I just want to go ahead and tell y'all. She just shot me dead
we
in the
want to be
throat.
like Jesus in our heart. We need to work on some stuff and work on some things. And we need to
You're right. And I know, I would say even.
And me too. I said we. I didn't say y'all. I said we.
Yeah, and when you said it, it just really brought something up in me because like just dealing with situations right now in my life to where I thought I had got it right. Mm-hmm. And then situations, because like everything ain't gonna be that easy, you know, like for us to say, okay, so let me go back and fix this thing, and like even though that's in our heart to go back and just try to make it right, on the other end, we cannot. I don't have any control over what you do, how you respond, or how you react. I can only be accountable for me,
and that's what we need to know.
Yeah.
So you do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And if I don't receive it, that's on me.
Right.
But you be sincere in doing what you're supposed to do. And we say that all the time, but it's time for us to put it in action and to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like
and
that.
to not have to wait until a last minute or something happened and then we try to fix it and go back and make it right, and now it's last minute.
You have to pray over some of that stuff. And
Yeah.
and I deal with that too. In my last stronghold, I really had to pray over about, you know, a situation. So we still go through, and it's not easy. But when you call yourself a Christian and you want to do what's right, and all I think about is I don't want God to be disappointed in me.
Right.
Then I work on it. I work on it, and it doesn't come overnight sometimes in some situations. But yeah, my mom's death is probably the last thing I had to experience. My dad died in 2002.
So it really, that really says a whole lot. Like, get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get it right. Cause you.
And that would have been my mom's message, I think, to everybody too. You get it right. She was so family oriented. You fix it. You have family gatherings. You come together. You have fun. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Again, what can be so bad that I can't forgive you?
Right. And who am I to not forgive you?
So yeah, we need to work on that.
Yeah. So let's work on that. She ain't say you or me, or she said we, and that's something that we all can do. Like, just try, man. Keep your momentum up. Don't stay in a low place for a long time. Just like, it might be baby steps. Like, I'm taking tiptoe steps myself. But just to keep my momentum up, to keep moving toward what is right for me to do.
Yes.
Right now. Like, and I would always hear you say about how family goes back. Like, everybody go back.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's so important that, like, even from our children to, we gotta be examples, man. Yeah. We gotta, the example of family that the kids in your family have is like, we gonna be together. Mm-hmm. Like, that's when I hear you talk about your family and the sixth generation, we gonna be together.
Yes, we are.
And that is so important. Like, so many, right now in my family, I got family like all over here, everywhere. They everywhere. I mean, in every neighborhood, they everywhere. And it's like, we need to be together. Like, that stuff means a lot. It means so much. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to keep you all night, but I want to know if there's any other encouraging words that you want to share with people, something that you want to say to them.
I think you are a great example for somebody to step out side, and if you have a burning desire, whatever your dreams are, that you should go for your dreams. Whatever those dreams are, if they're in line with the will of God, then you need to go for your dreams. I think that you need to work hard to reach your goal, and I do believe if you have that Christian foundation, and keep that in line, that whatever your meaning or your definition of being successful is, then I think you can achieve that. Mm-hmm. I don't think that, I don't know what God will have in store for me next. And I always say next, because I don't know what I don't plan on doing anything. I don't plan on leaving. But I just know that He has something else in store for me, and I don't know when. And it could still be at Thompson McDuffie Middle School. I mean, I don't know what He wants me to do. Right. But I'm just glad I'm to a point where I know how to listen to His voice and hear His voice. Right. And be obedient now to His word. So I'm glad I'm to that point. But to everybody, take care of your body, know your body, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, have a support team no matter what you're going through. Run away from naysayers and negative folks who can pull you down and rob you of your dream, or don't believe in. They don't have to believe in your dream. It's your dream. Right. So they don't have to believe in it, but don't hang around them or let them hang around you if they're going to be naysayers and stop you from getting to where you need to go. If it doesn't come overnight, you can base Steve Harvey and Tyler Perry, that stuff didn't come overnight. Right. When you hear their stories, but they never ever gave up. Don't think success is always fame and fortune. That's why you have different definitions. And don't get beside yourself either. And I tell you, I'm known as a principal, and some people call me Principal Cummings, but I know who I am and I know whose I am, and that title doesn't, by no means does that title make me who I am, no more than my hairstyle that I'm gonna get done tomorrow. Yeah. No more than my hair makes me as what you said earlier. Yeah. I think that God wants us to be happy and healthy and enjoy what He has blessed us with here on earth. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank y'all for watching. Share this video with your friends and your family. Make sure you share it with Miss Cummings' husband so he can watch it. And whatever you need, whatever testimony you need to eat out of this thing, man, eat it. Share it with your friends and your family. Testimony means to do over again. So if you heard something that you need inside of your life for God to do for you, that he did for her or he did for me, take it, eat it, or even put it on your shelf and save it for the next time. I'm firm believer in testimonies, man. So thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for joining in. Join me next Monday night at 8 o'clock. Go like my page, Latrice the Enlightener. I want to transition onto that page. Like my page, Latrice the Enlightener. Share the video, share the post, and thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all.
That's South Carolina, folks.
Bye y'all.
Love